Hey guys, it's Emily Williams here. I just wanted to pop on. I have a call in about 15 minutes with my iHeart Money Live group. So excited to be training them on money mindset. But I wanted to pop on here because something funny has been happening. So recently I sent out a post and an email to my community basically asking what it was that they wanted me to do videos about or do like little podcast episodes about. And the number one thing that everyone keeps talking about is this curiosity around what my morning routine is. And the reason why that's so funny is because the truth is I don't actually have a morning routine. And it's not because I don't want one. I'd love to have a morning routine, but I haven't found that series of things or actions that really excites me and makes sense to me. I've tried a few things here and there, whether it's meditation or reading or journaling or stretching or yoga. I've tried it all actually. And I haven't found that combination of things that actually works for me. And so I was talking to James about this and I was saying, everyone wants to know what my morning routine is. And I don't actually have one. Does that make me a bad coach? And James and I finally came to the conclusion that I had to come out of the closet and let you know that I don't have a morning routine. And again, it's not because I don't want one, but it's because I haven't found that thing that works for me yet. And the truth is that I actually like having a bit of variety. So there's some mornings where, for those of you who have worked with me, I love writing. There's some mornings where I get up and I feel really inspired to write. I'll even set my alarm for 5 a.m. I'll go downstairs, drink some water, do some stretching, and then start writing. And I actually love it because I get an hour and a half before James wakes up and I get to work on a book or on emails or whatever it may be, funnels, and just be creative. So I actually love those mornings. Then there's other mornings where I'll get up and I'll go to spinning class right away. And then I'll come home and have breakfast. And this sounds really boring as I'm talking about it, but everyone keeps asking me what my morning routine is. And so I feel like I really need to come out of the closet. So if you're just joining, I'm talking about how I don't actually have a morning routine. It's still a work in progress. And the reason why I'm sharing that is because I think that's okay. And I think a lot of us, especially in the personal development world, we feel like we need to have everything really set and that everything needs to have a procedure, and that we know self-care is so important, and trust me, I know that as well. But I don't want to force myself to get into a routine just because someone else is doing it. So for me, mine's still that work in progress. Now, there are a few things that I do pay attention to every single day that have made a huge difference in my energy and health. And those are the amount of water that I drink. So trying to drink as much water. Also limiting the amount of coffee. So most of the days of the week, I have 1 glass of coffee a day. Sometimes it's 2, but I mostly stick to 1. I don't really drink that much milk anymore. I used to love cappuccinos, but now I'm just drinking regular Americanos, and that's made a huge difference in my energy levels. And I'm really trying to protect my sleep. So one of the things I realized by speaking to a lot of people in groups I'm a part of is that sleep is so, so key. So it's key to your health. It's key to having a lot of energy, to getting everything done that you want to get done in the day. And I know that I'm super ambitious. If you're part of my community, you probably are as well. And so what I've learned is to protect my sleep. And what that looks like is me not being on my phone or on Facebook or on the computer past 7 o'clock, literally turning my phone on airplane mode and not looking at it. And that's a huge deal for me because a lot of our clients are in the US, a lot of our team members are in the US. And so to be switched off at 7 p.m. London time, that's a big deal. But I realized that by not protecting my sleep, it was affecting me the next day, which might sound like common sense, right? But I had to go through a few weeks of feeling like a zombie to start asking, what are other people doing so that they have more energy? And that was the number one response. And that really resonated with me. I also implemented something where my team, they have to send questions to me by 5:30 p.m. And we have this little thread in our base camp where we keep track of all of our projects, and they have to list the questions there so that I can answer them before I'm offline by that 7 p.m. deadline. And that's been amazing because actually it affected our team in more ways than I realized. So basically now everyone past 7 p.m. is kind of stepping up to the plate and making decisions without me, and they're perfectly capable of doing that. So it's made a huge difference in terms of productivity and them feeling like they really are empowered to make decisions, and for me to not be that micromanager all the time like I was. So it's really interesting to see how me protecting my sleep has changed so much for our team as well. So those are some of the main things. I do try and exercise about 6 times a week. It hasn't been like that because I've been sick recently, but that was my goal about a month ago, and it was working out really well. But I also try and listen to my body in terms of what my body wants me to do. So it's not always spinning. Sometimes for people like us who are really, really driven and go, 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 something like spinning, it's far too manic. And so I'll do things like running or walking or yoga. So it really just depends. So I think my theme here, it's all coming together. Thanks for jumping on, Lynn, and for your support. My theme here is to just trust yourself and to not make anything wrong. And so, like I said, for those of you just jumping on, I actually don't have a morning routine. It's still a work in progress. I've tried journaling, and that didn't feel good early in the morning. I've tried reading. Oftentimes that feels good, but I haven't been doing that one lately. So my main things are to think about it the day before and think, do I want to go to spinning? Do I want to go to yoga? Or do I want to start my day writing, which is one of my favorite things to do? And then plan out what time I want to get up. And sometimes James and I will actually go for a long walk in the morning and talk. And then one of the other things we've implemented is our 9 a.m. daily huddle, which means every morning at 9 a.m. James and I have a meeting together, and we talk about what's coming up in the day and what he needs to tell our team. And then at 2 p.m., he has a meeting with our team. And so we've implemented those things as well. So I just thought I'd share that, and I'll keep you posted on how my own morning routine evolves. If you have one that works for you, I'd love to see it in the comments, and we can support one another. But I think more than anything, I just wanted to share that I'm not perfect when it comes to my morning routine, and I think that that's a big misconception, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as women to be perfect and to have it all figured out, especially those of us in this personal development space. So anyway, hopefully that resonates with you in some way. I have shared a few things that work for me, but I'd love to hear what works for you as well, and we can support each other along the journey. So sending lots of love. I'm going to jump on my iHeart Money call with all of my amazing clients, and that's a program that's still open. If you want to join us and transform your own money mindset, you can go to iHeartMoneyLive.com. So Lynn says, I have to have time alone, which is difficult as a mom. Yes, I know. Even when James wakes up a little bit earlier than expected, I'm like, oh, I needed 15 more minutes to write. So I can only imagine how all of the moms do it. It's really, really impressive. So anyway, all right, sending lots of love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.